What's going on, everybody? Another time we're back at it again at the Man Don't Care Reacts. Homie to my right, introduce yourself.
Hi.
Sorry, I should not ask this guy to ever do that. Homie to my left, introduce yourself.
Bonjour.
These guys make me sick. This is Oxtail Whisperer, and this is Kwame. I'm Drewskey,
The entertainer.
the Man Don't Care movement. You already know the vibes. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. Make sure you follow. Make sure you comment, share, let a friend know, because we are in the business to not just entertain y'all, but have open discussions. We love to have open discussions. This is how we make moves, right? It's a unity thing, all right? So make sure. So now this is another react, and this is the stickiest one. You guys seen this? I never got to fully see it. I know some of these guys probably didn't get to fully see it, but we're seeing it now. It's the Brittany Renner. Am I saying her name?
Brittany Renner.
Brittany Renner.
On DJ Academics Off the Record podcast with Fresh and Fit.
Don't tell Myron until today. So we walk in, you first see Brittany Renner, and we're thinking you're probably gonna be like, okay, shit, we're gonna have this great debate. But you said initially, like, I don't think there's much to really debate. Why?
Well, I mean, here's the thing. We've always said it, like, men and women, we're very different. We have opposing goals. Like, girls are trying to, get resources, time, attention out of guys. Guys are trying to get sex. And girls, a lot of the time, are trying to get what they need to get out of dudes without necessarily giving it up. And some girls are good at it, some girls aren't. And then there's other girls that are kind of models for that are good at finessing dudes. And not to say that you're a finesser, I ain't saying that. But girls are able to, run laps around a lot of guys. And that's why our podcast exists, to help dudes out to understand, like, how women operate and how they move.
Now, you have a different point of view.
Wait, where do you think she fits in that? Because, I think her point of view would be diametrically opposed to you guys by saying, well, I'm not the exact typical person who you may think dudes are running into, or you're trying to tell people to stay away from.
I mean, well, sure, she could tell. She was saying that we're wrong, I guess, about that.
Well,
so you tell us a little bit about yourself.
No, I think you know more about me than I do myself. So you're saying...
No,
obviously you do, though, because you said that you warn guys about girls like me. So tell me about girls like me.
Just women in general.
Don't women in general, because you literally specifically said before we got on here that you did say that you warn guys about girls like me. So now that we're face to face,
Jeez.
What kind of girl am I?
You're not special. You're like other girls. That's the key.
I'm not special.
You're like other women that are.
So what makes you special then?
I'm so special.
Jeez.
I never said I was, but you're trying to say, well, what makes you different from a lot of women operate?
Wowzers.
Are y'all familiar with Fresh and Fit podcast?
Not really. I don't really care about them that much. I only care about the Man Don't Care. Respectfully. But please, shed light.
I don't know too much about them. I just know that they're losers, pretty much. And yeah, they're probably more popular than, obviously, a lot of podcasts out there. But the way they conduct themselves, they basically live in an ecosystem where their whole thing is about shaming women and try to, oh yeah, we're the alpha male type of guys and blah, 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 like that. But to be honest, you're just not it.
To be honest, from what I've seen in like snippets and stuff like that, like, I get they're trying to send a message, but like at the same time, like I get what we do.
Yeah.
I understand what they do, but they're like, they can't do it like how we do. That's why I can't rock with them as much, because like they seem to like think like women are the scum of the earth.
Right.
I feel like for us, when we talk like we appreciate women, but there's flaws that they need to work on. And that's fair, because everybody has flaws they need to work on.
So they're like narrow-minded? Like they degrade women.
I think I feel like they treat like the scum of the earth type thing.
Wait, every or a particular group?
I think they're more harsh on black women from what they said, because both of them said, oh, I don't date black. No, they didn't even say I don't date. They didn't even say I don't date black women. They said
night riders. Like, really? Night riders?
Or their colors.
Wow.
Big time.
Night riders. And this guy is darker than me. So how are they even brethren?
Like I know he had to tie goats. I know he had to go to rivers at some point in time. Why is he doing like this?
Like, so the Darcy guy made that statement? Calling girls ratings, or
the one on the right does most of the talking. The other one is like, it's like Pinky in the Brain.
The way you do.
And how do I operate?
In general, what I just said before, women, it's a dance between the two genders. Men are trying to get sex, women are trying to get resources, time, attention, whatever it is that they're looking for. And a lot of girls play the game better than guys. We talk about this openly on our podcast, and we're teaching guys how to not necessarily get finesse and get what they want out of girls, which a lot of the times is intimacy, but they're not able to get it. But girls are easily able to obtain money, time, resource, attention, whatever it is. Girls are running laps around dudes, which is why podcasts like ours exist.
That is
do you believe
valid.
that Brittany has been effective in...
Where he said, in the sense where they're running laps around men because, like, certain women know how to use men for resources and all that stuff, because we are, if you really think about it, us men are resources. Not saying women can't get their own, but like if they want to get more resources, more connections, all that stuff, like they are good at it to a certain degree.
It's not really true.
It seems like to a certain degree.
He's trying to make it seem like it's a woman thing, but it's not. He's just generalizing it.
Yeah.
Just because of his anecdotal evidence, it doesn't make it a fact.
Yeah, I understand. Right? But I can see where he's coming from on that aspect.
I can't see it.
Well, teach his own. Let's see where it goes.
Acted, as you say, time, resources, and other things out of dudes.
Yeah, to a degree, sure. Yeah. I mean, like, a lot of girls want to do... I mean, here's the thing. You've been so adamant about me being incorrect, and I don't know, and you don't know me, and all this other stuff. Tell me then. Maybe we're off. Who knows?
Well, I think, first of all, let's bring it back a couple notches.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So, there's really a lot to unpack here, because my first question to you is, what do you gain from telling girls that they're not special? How does that make you feel? I mean, I know everything is a joke, but I'm asking you a real question. So, how does it make you feel? Because if I say you're a bitch ass nigga, that does something for me, right? If I insult you, or if I tell you you're not special, you're forgettable, what does that do for me? No, but that doesn't. But that's what I'm saying. No, but I'm saying, what if I call you? If I just say that again, you're forgettable. That's why I didn't want to do you guys' podcast. Forgettable. Hate the setup. The name is underwhelming. I didn't really see the value in it.
My God.
Right? That's how I feel. Right. But, so, that's fine. But, for me, that's okay if it wasn't a fit for me. But I also don't need to...
Jeez.
This little nigga was like, that's fine. That's your opinion. You heard that part?
He's like the Kevin Hart of the thing. No, in a sense where it's like he's like, okay, fine, sure, okay, cool. All right, cool. Let's okay. No, but I like what Brittany's doing. She's getting at him. I like the energy. I like it.
Do you think there's a problem with men with mics? I'm saying that as someone who, we do podcasting. Do you think we're like kind of feeding into our ego here, where we just come on these microphones and we just start talking about women this, women that?
Sometimes it depends on the conversation. I feel like sometimes we make our experiences get over our head to a point that we don't collect our thoughts and remember we're having conversation and to be open about, because remember, like I said, we create these podcasts because we are having conversations that a lot of people are hiding within corners, hiding within like group chats about. We're the people that we express our thoughts, and we're not being disrespectful. We are expressing how we feel, because a lot of people feel the same way how we feel, and some may not, right? But I feel like sometimes, depending on the subject matter, sometimes we get to a level where we need to like bring it down a couple notches, and that's any podcast. It could be woman podcast, guy podcast. Sometimes certain subject matters, it gets heated where you forget that, hey, like, let me bring it down a bit. Let's get it together.
It's bound to happen as long as you take accountability for your mishaps and stuff.
Exactly.
But I do feel that men do need a platform, and platform like having a podcast is like the only way to truly express yourself uninterrupted and not get your point across, not get your points misconstrued by others and things of that nature.
That's true. Because there's a lot of women podcasts and a lot of women shows where they express their thoughts and their opinions, and they want us to take heed, which I have no problem with.
Yeah, we have to have a space.
We have to have a space. And men podcasts, and it's not even just podcasts, just a man that creates a platform, rather it be Clubhouse, rather it be whatever, when you create a space where men can talk, women also can understand that there's many different types of men. Certain women are very dimensional. They think all men are this. These podcasts, these things open up a variety to be like, well, this guy's not what I think he was. Or not all guys think the same way. And that's what it's for. So...
you know, in a way kind of try to devalue what you guys have going on. Because at the end of the day, I may not agree with anything you guys talk about. Because honestly, I feel like when you've seen 2 or 3 videos, you've seen them all. But the reality is that I went to your guys' page. And I went to the different links and the different services and the courses that you guys offer. And I do see that there's a place for that. So even though it may not have been in alignment with what I am about, I can still give credit where it's due without trying to devalue you guys. Because you guys are doing something special, right? Because you guys are, I mean, are there a lot of other people doing what you do? You could consider your guys' podcast special, right?
I think what she's mentioned is like the self-help portion for dudes, where you guys offer services to, help guys, either attract or try to talk to women and really engage with them at a higher rate that you could, potentially date them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess the point that I think she's disagreeing with, right? When
I'm simply asking her to tell us about herself because we were so incorrect. So tell us about yourself. That's all I'm saying. And she went into attacking us. And
no one's attacking you because, like I said, I never listen. There's a lot of people that will not sit down and have a conversation with you just because of the comments that you guys made. Well, you made, and you chimed in. So you guys are tweedling and tweedle down, kind of, right? So I'm here to have a
Brittany. And this is why I told you guys podcasts ago, I respect her. You know why? Because she's honest with herself. At least she knows herself.
I'll say this though, I've been waiting for her to explain who she is, and she's ranting like this is what gets on my nerves sometimes.
And that's another thing, like you have the platform now to express and talk about who you are. But I get where she's coming from, where she's like trying to get at him because she probably had this bottled up from a long time. You know what I'm saying? Because think about it. Like, she wasn't on the man's platform, but the man's talking about her, bringing up her name, people like her. So now since they're there, it's like she's trying to adjust it right then and there.
From this clip right here, he said, woman like you.
Yeah.
So she's already on the defensive. Like,
yeah.
No, but they took
ownership. You know me, like.
No, but they took ownership that they're incorrect. So,
no, they didn't take ownership.
The man's like, all right, correct us. Tell us who you are.
No,
she's ranting on it.
That's passive aggressive.
No, but I want to know who she is.
I think it's because she's putting them in the hot seat. That's why he's doing that.
Yeah.
Flip
the table.
Okay, because the whole times from this beginning to right now, she's been giving energy like, oh, I'm a bark back. Yeah. So like, they have to be like, all right. You know what? We're wrong.
You guys getting defensive like, oh, yeah, you're telling about us. Like, shut up.
Well, let me hear this. Let me see what Brittany gonna say.
Conversation with you guys. Because for me, I feel like what a lot of male-dominated podcasts are missing is the bridge of understanding. So I came here not to argue you guys or to call you out of your name or to disrespect what anybody's doing, because I felt like the interview I had with him, there were things that he said I didn't agree with. But I wanted to sit down and hear his point of view. So that's what I'm trying to do here. So for you to say you're not special, well, I'm special to someone, just like you're special to someone, just like he's special to someone. So for you trying to generalize all groups of women, then we would have to take it back to where this even began. Like why you even have this view of women. And like I said, you have a bunch of dumbass bitches on your guys' podcast, and I get it, they don't challenge you. And I know you're a really smart guy, but it's like, I feel like you need to kind of just be honest and show people who you really are. Like, I know that for people to be dragging you guys and take this little clip and say that's who you are, that's not true. So that's why I sat down and had this conversation. I'm not here to degrade you. So when you make comments, when you make comments like, oh yeah, no women are special. So no woman is special, but yet you guys have a whole podcast dedicated how to get women. Just for sex. That's all you guys are. So you're saying men are just limited to just sex. That's all they care about is sex. Yes or no? That's all you guys care about. There's no emotional need. It's just my dick, cum, sex. I want a hole.
Wow, you are triggered, man. Wow.
Oh, come on. What a dumb
Damn, man. I gotta applaud her. She's on it.
No, you see that end part? That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yep.
First thing comes out, wow, you guys are triggered, man. Like, what a jazz.
Come on, man.
Really? She gave you props, saying that you're a smart guy. You just need to show more.
And you have a platform that you're doing your
hanging
thing.
fruits. So that's why it's selling off.
I like that.
Mechanism right there, man.
So
they're cooked. They're smiling and laughing.
Yeah,
like they don't even know what to say.
And then the first thing is, wow, you're triggered. Because he's triggered.
Yeah, like, he's not... Like, I don't know, bro. Like, guys like him, like, they irks me. Because it's like, they make... Like... And she does have a point, because it's not just about us getting sex. It's more to it. Because we are always going to get sex. Right? I think his platform... about getting girls and getting sex, like, that defeats the purpose in a sense.
His platform is for hurt men.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Like, hurt misfit men that want to continue to be hurt.
Want to be alphas.
Yeah.
Want to shame women, all that stuff. That's what it's
That's
for.
mod, bro. That's mod. I can't believe this guy even said
first
that.
thing is, come on, Mazel.
You're triggered. Like,
wow,
what?
You're triggered.
What's
like, really? Let me see this.
Come on.
You want a whole right there.
Honestly, it's just I speak with
I'm waiting for the
conviction.
plot twist.
Yeah, I mean, for you to say girls like me, I'm just like, okay, well, I'm assuming if I go off of what people have said about me, I'm a gold digger who finessed my boyfriend who I lived with and wanted to marry me and still would want to have more kids with me if I wanted to stay with him. I finessed him, and I guess I'm a gold digger. And so all girls like
let's
that.
bring this back full circle, because you're speaking with a lot of emotion right now, and to be honest, you're not really making a point.
I can't watch no more of this.
I said at the top,
see,
men and women, it's a delicate dance between the two genders to get what they want. Correct? I said men want sex, women want...
I don't even hear. Men want sex.
Yeah.
Is that all you want from that? You want
obviously not.
Wait,
it's just
let him land.
No, yo, you're not landing, bro.
I didn't even see this.
That plane forget shoot down.
I didn't.
Put him!
I didn't see. I'm waiting for the knockout. I'm waiting for the knockout, fam. I'm waiting for the knockout.
That's
y'all ever seen The Manifest? I heard about that. No, y'all don't know that show. But yeah, they turned into The Manifest, so I lost.
I just don't get like
speaking with emotions.
Honestly,
I gotta watch.
We all have emotions.
I gotta watch the full interview, but yeah, these guys, they got cooked.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
Yo, this was hibachi.
They got cooked still.
Welcome to Benihana's. Welcome to Benihana's. So that boy, I don't know, man. Like, what's your thoughts about what you seen from beginning to right now? Because I don't think I can play this.
I was disappointed when he generalized that all men only want sex from things, and
I want head too. I'm joking.
It makes it seem as if like men are just like dogs.
Yeah,
with no ambition. They just want to clap anything that moves, you know?
Clock into her shift, clock out, and just go look for sex.
Yeah.
Like it's hunting or something.
Bro, I don't know. What do you feel about it?
Like I said, these guys are geared towards hurt men. And I know we have a podcast, and sometimes our views or some individuals on our podcast, when we do our podcast, might sound or say certain things, but that's not the majority, and we're not trying to advertise or broadcast or try to be here for hurt men. I know our podcast, when we do our podcast, it's called the Man Don't Care Podcast. You should check it out. But sometimes we do care, but not really. But you know what I'm saying? We're not them, is all I'm saying.
When it comes to our podcast is simply, we don't care about how we express our feelings, but we are respectful about it. Because at the end of the day, like, we have opinions, we have thoughts, we want to express, and that's why we have a podcast, so people can understand that how Oxtail feels about things, how Drew feels about things, Kwame, Artesz, Tristan, and all other guests that come in. Because we have different guests, and some will agree with us, and some will not. But that's the whole purpose. These guys, I feel like they're just running like a cult of hurt men, and it's like they just
this enraged red rage. That's what they call it.
It's like someone broke something, like girls broke them to a point where it's like they feel like
the girl she said everything
clean slate. She even went as far as
just said, Wow, a lot of emotions.
That's crazy. She went as even far to say, yo, like, I respect the fact that you guys even have programs that help. Like,
man, get off my screen, bro. You never landed.
Come on.
I gotta watch the full interview, but based off this, I feel that like what these guys are doing is dangerous for men that are vulnerable out there because they're poisoning their minds, leading them to the wrong route.
Facts.
You know? Because these guys are goofs in my eyes already.
They're silly goofs still. And
just based off what I'm watching right now. I have to watch the full interview.
Yeah.
But
these guys are goofs.
But just letting you guys know, we're saying this not because like we're trying to get likes and subscriptions. This is really how we feel. Because this is dumb. Like, if you guys watch our podcast, we crack jokes and all that stuff, and we talk our real, but we'll never disrespect women like these guys. Like, no, we will not do that at all. So, no offense, but I'm happy that I don't watch these guys.
Yeah.
Because these guys just, especially they're black too, like, they're making black mans look like all we...
I don't know what that's...
Yeah, the other one, I don't know. He's kind of wishy-washy.
They're black on the outside.
For me, if you guys are hearing this, like, if was it Finch and whatever?
Finch
and West. Finch and West. What are these guys?
Finch and West.
Finch and what? Fresh and Fit. Fresh and Fin. If you guys are hearing this, guys, you guys need to do better on your podcast, and that's coming from the Man Don't Care podcast. You guys gotta do better, bro. You're making black men look like we have no sense. All we want to do is dick down. We want more than just that. We want love. Yeah, we want relationship. We want real. Yeah, like we want real stuff, yo. It's not just about sex. Like we want.
He'll be a terrible lawyer if he decides to pursue that career.
You're a silly goof. Yeah. Oh, actually, in the words of your song, waste my thing. Like, waste my thing. Like, what?
It's pathetic.
Like, comment. What's the other one?
Subscribe.